Hi there, welcome to Paint by the Knot. It's Anna here. Today I am here with a flip through of this lovely journal. I have been calling this two things. I have been calling it the Duo Journal, and I will show you why shortly. And I have also been calling it Anna and Emil, or Emil if you're Swedish like me. Anyway, let's start by measuring before I forget. And she is 7 by 4.5 inches, and it has the spine is almost 3/4 of an inch. The closure is just this I almost said cellophane. It's not cellophane. This ribbon, and I forgot what it's called. It's not sari silk, it's something else. Chiffon, that's what it is. Chiffon ribbon. And it's been made out of a antique book that was originally published in 1838. Now I'm going to show you the reason why I call it a duo journal. This is why. This is Anna. It's actually said, this is also Anna. It's in 1911, and it's actually said on the back of the carte de visite. And this is Emil. And they are, of course, lovers, or maybe husband and wife even. I have backed, this is a genuine carte de visite, both of them. I have backed them with, the kind of tissue paper that is inside vintage envelopes. So the tissue paper is also vintage, and then I just added some little labels from Tim Holtz, and I am super thrilled with how this turned out. The spine is the original. The marbling is amazing. We even have some lacquer, not wax seal but lacquer seal up there. Someone has spilt on it someday, and I let it be there. So it's a beautiful book, and let's go through it. It has 5 signatures. That has been sewn in with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Has a hidden hollow back spine, as you can see, and a total of 120 pages. So let's start. The end papers are made from scrapbooking paper. Here we have a funny sized envelope. I just added this cute looking fella here, and I added some photo corners to him, and a little mini Tim Holtz paper clip that holds this tag that I made in a Use It or Lose It just recently. Absolutely adore this with some stamping and some watercolor swatches. You can journal on the back. Inside the envelope is just a piece of Stamperia ephemera, and also a piece of, let's see if I can get it out, just coffee dyed paper that you can journal on. And that envelope is glued down underneath the end papers. So I'm just going to get that back on there like so, I thought. Like so. Okay, just have some ribbon up there. Okay, this is the first page. This is the original first page, and then I added some music paper around it, and this is just folded into an envelope shape. And the idea to this came from Amateur Bloom, and I absolutely love it. And then I took the idea a bit further, and I used my stencils, as you might see, and I used white acrylic paint to just paint the stencil instead. And up here I have a little photo in a metallic frame, and I added some, what's that called? Glossy accents to it. So now it is shielded in there. and that is the tab. This side of the envelope shape is a pocket, and inside it is this tiny little notebook that I made using playing cards and some tissue paper, and then there is some washi tape on the edge here, and I have sewn in the little papers and added a little label up there. So that's a cute one that goes in there. Let's see if I can. There we go. As I said, this is the original first page, quite grungy. It says 1838, and this is the paper is not 1000. It's not 100%, you know. I have made a little rip here with some of my homemade faux cellophane tape. This is a piece from a 1875 French fashion magazine. This is also genuine. Okay, let me just get a sip of coffee. And I had to put that there to cover some a tear that happened when I took the text block out of the book. Okay, and then we have tea-dyed paper. We have this small German conversation booklet. It's this thick but this small. I think it's lovely. Now, through this book we have a letter in English. That's a lot of pages, and there is one of these in each signature, so you can read the entire letter if you want. This is the first one. Here we have a piece of stationery, and here I did took a label, I made a hole, and I used an eyelet to just fasten it like that. Added a little bow, miniature bow, and that's a small tuck spot. Just some period paper in there, and I think this is so fun. I'm going to use that a lot moving forward. This is from the, no, it's not from the original text block. It's from a German book. Doesn't say the year, that was 1800 something. This is the back of the stationery, and here it actually flips up and you can journal inside, although the stationery has been coffee dyed. Here we have a little tuck spot with this lovely gentleman that Tim holds, and inside it is this photo. Comes from a book. I have backed it on some tea-dyed paper, and that goes in there. We have the back of the letter and the back of the dictionary. I've stamped a 9 down here because this is book number 9, or journal number 9, that I make this year. We have more page from the original text block. Here we have the back of the music page that we started the book with. It flips out. I have added a piece of Florentine paper to it and sewn it on. We have another page from the original text block. You can see the grunginess of it. It's really, it's stained and it has foxing and everything. And this is actually an envelope, back of an envelope that I have hinged onto this page with some fabric. Then to this I have sewn on this lady that I stamped on some sheet, linen, not linen, cotton, piece of cotton fabric. I have sewn her on here, and then I added some lace down here. So that flips up and you have some hidden journaling. I believe this is a Tim Holtz stamp. More tea-dye paper. This comes from a small prayer book in French. We have a nice little funny looking envelope with this period paper on, and this tiny little journaling card in. Oh, not tiny, small. Just an image that I backed onto some tea-dye paper. This is the second envelope, not envelope, letter sheet of the letter. We have some more stationery. We have some vintage pages in the center there. And here's the back of the envelope. I have just backed it. The flip of the envelope is in here, and I just put papers on both sides. One side I have this beautiful orchids and a genuine stamp, and on this side you can journal. So I think that was quite fun. Here I have a little envelope pocket. Tiny envelope, some lace. I learned this from Rhonda at A Little Bit French. And inside it I have tucked this tiny tag. Isn't it cute? And I have also tucked in some more Samperia paper. Okay. The text block is so yummy. Beautiful. Tea-dyed paper. Here is another little prayer book in Swedish. This is a fly leaf from another book. I love using and reusing these kind of papers. Some more stationery. And here's a fun pocket. I made these pockets in Use It or Lose It a while back, and it's just a book page, and you fold in the white edges and you decorate. I absolutely love this. This is a Tim Holtz girl, but this is a genuine postcard. It's a photo postcard, and I think it fits so well in here. Just see if I can get it in like that. Okay. This book has kind of lived its own life. Okay, as you can see here, I have decoupaged a rose in the center of this signature. I beg your pardon if you heard my husband in the kitchen. So it's been living its own life. It started out as a duo journal, but now it just lived its own life. It's not a duo journal. For me, a duo journal is, the idea of it was that I would go with Anna's things from the start and Emil's things from the back and meet in the center. But this is the center of the book, and as you can see so far, nothing masculine here. So I failed that one. But I love it anyway. I think it's really beautiful. Okay. We have a bit of a bird book here. The Observer books of bird. I love those pied wagtails. In Swedish they are called sädesärla. So cute. More stationery, and we have some ledger here. Someone has been writing all over. More of the letter. This is a book, a page from, I believe it is the history of Chaucer. And in the center here we have a fun pocket as well. I took a 6x6 and cut it in half and added like this, and then I added some lace to it, and I think that's really pretty. And inside I put some journaling cards that I made in Use It or Lose It through the years, so I finally get to use them. And this one is quite recent, I think. Gorgeous. So that's nice. The ledger, and here we have a pocket that flips out. This is some scrapbooking paper, I believe, and I added this lady here, and inside this pocket that flips out we have this handsome gentleman on a tag that you can journal on. I really like the colors and the feel of this journal. Absolutely gorgeous. More of the book of birds, tea-dyed, and the original text block. And here is another little tuck spot. made from the same Stamperia paper. Inside it is this little tag that I made, and I use it to lose it. And here I just match it up with some watercolor swatches. This is a page from a French book that I made into a journal a bit back, way back. Glossary notebook. We have Tim Holtz wallpaper. German book from the late 1800s. There we go. We've got the letter. I believe that is the last piece of the letter, actually. Yes, it is. And here I have made a belly band using this little ephemera piece, and I just put this tag in. And this is a tag that I also made in one of my Use It or Lose It's. Love that one with the tagging on. So that goes in there. And we have reached the end of the book. And on this side we have this. This is another one of the photo postcards that were so popular, and this one is a tip-in, like so, and you can fasten it under the stamp down there. I think this is a gorgeous book. I absolutely adore it, and it will be available for purchase, but not on Etsy. I will be trying to sell through my Instagram. So if you see this on Instagram, it is available if it doesn't say sold. And if you're interested, you can just DM me and we will figure out the shipping and everything. I ship worldwide. And yeah, so that's a tryout for me. And I accept payment through PayPal, I believe. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I really enjoyed working in this journal. It was so much fun. Love the colors and everything. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Say hi down below or let me know what you think of the journal. And hit the subscription as well. Subscription button and the notification bell. And until next time, have a great week, everybody. Bye.